How to build trust with your customers when selling hair extensions online. Ooh, this is an important subject if you would like to be successful in the hair industry. After a decade of selling hair extensions, wigs, weave, everything across the board, I can tell you trust plays a big part of selling online, especially because more back in the day, there was a lot of shady characters in the hair industry. This goes domestically in the US, especially overseas in China. So a lot of people have not so much trust in people that are selling online.
Same time, man. I don't know you. Same time.
So today, we're going to go over a few things about how you can build it with your customers and potential customer.
You had my curiosity, but now you have my attention.
First things first is, well, first impressions. That is going to be your logo, your website design, how professional everything looks.
Oh my God! Wow!
If you are taking some not so great selfies as your main header image on your website, people are going to probably click on your ad and quickly click away. Having a professional appearance is going to make all the difference in the world. Now, when I say professional, it doesn't have to be like private labels, business professional. Now, you could have professional photos where it's a little more risque, showing a little more skin. I know we're in the beauty industry and we like to show things off. That's okay as well, but as long as the photos are just well taken, well placed, they're not cropped off in some strange way. Make sure that you are designing for mobile. For example, if you were on Shopify and you click the online store to edit the store and you can do the design. Now, designing on desktop is great, but there's a little button you push to make it look like mobile. Make sure things look good on mobile phones because about 90% of your shoppers are going to be on an iPhone or some sort of Google phone. Google phone? Well, look, I don't know, but I'm just saying it's going to be important to design for mobile. This is also going to go into your branding, so that could be your packaging. You could have some photos of your packaging, what a customer can expect. Make sure that it's all consistent. So you want your logos, your fonts, your colors, everything consistent across the board, especially when you're posting on social media, when you have email newsletters. So say someone's never bought from you before, right? And you're sending out an email newsletter. You forgot to put the logo in the thing. Red flag, they're not going to buy. Maybe the logos are cropped wrong or just off-centered. Something's going on. Make sure the design is nice and clean. Make sure your colors are consistent. If you're using a special hex color on your website, make sure you're using it in your newsletter, maybe in your social media marketing. In Canva, you can build out something for your brand where you have all your colors so you're not getting things mixed up, and stick to those brand colors. If you do that, everything's going to look consistent across the board and you are going to build more trust. You also want to have a clear and authentic brand story. It all starts with an About Us page. An About Us page is so important, and it's not something a lot of new business owners think about. People are like, they're not going to go to my About Us page. I don't need an About Us page, but you do. You'd be surprised how many people check out an About Us page as well as Google. You want to rank in search engines? There's key pages that Google looks at. About Us page, Contact Us page. Do you have a professional email address? Now, if I was looking for hair online and it said, yourbadchick@gmail.com as the email for the website, I'm not buying. So make sure that it is a professional email, service@yourdomain.com. It's going to go a long way. All of these things together is going to be what's going to build trust with your customers. Now, having a phone number can be a little complicated. I wouldn't put your cell phone number. I would get maybe like a Google Voice. There's plenty of voice over IP services. So this could be something like a dial pad, a grasshopper, tons of different services. So you can have a virtual phone number. It'll probably end up being an app on your phone that can ring and you can talk to your customers. Maybe even adding a live chat to your website. Shopify has Shopify Inbox. That's a great start. And you can start chatting it up with your customers. I'm telling you, you can use AI for this, but people generally know when it's AI talking. If it's in the beginning of your business and you're not going to be reached out too many times anyway, it's better to add that personal touch in the beginning. As you blow up and just you can't handle it anymore, we can start looking at AI solutions. But until AI is as good as you, don't do it. Stick with your own personal message, and it's going to go a long way with building trust with your customer. Visual consistency is going to play a big part on your product pages, your product collection pages. So make sure you have some nice photos. Make sure that you are taking them with good lighting, do a little editing. You know, you can take a photo with an iPhone, you can remove the background, there's a magic eraser tool in Canva, you can get rid of some of the frayed hairs. You can get it looking pretty good for pretty cheap. I know when you're just starting out in a business, you might be on a budget, but having some good product photography is going to make a big difference. You can even consider using AI for some digital photo shoots. You won't believe how far some of these AI photo generators have come. It's unbelievable. As long as you can make sure the texture of the hair the model's wearing is exactly like the bundles you're selling or the wig you're selling, you should be okay. Some people can't even notice a difference, but having it consistently look good across the board is gonna be key. Now, using high quality videos is also going to play a part. It's not just about the photos. Maybe you can take some quick videos where you have your camera on a tripod. You can even use your own cell phone camera. They're pretty good these days. Make sure you have some good natural light and you're just feeling the bundles, showing the thickness, a little bit of the density. Maybe you're showing inside the wig. You can see the frontal, you can see the closure. It's a 2x6, a 4x4, 5x5, 6x6, 7x7. Showing a little example of what people are going to buy, what they're going to expect. Create that expectation. It's going to be key. The reason being is if you don't set the expectation about what they're going to receive and they have a different expectation, they get the package and it's not what they like, they are going to return it. And that costs time and money. And you don't have extra time and money when you're starting a new hair business or just in general. Who wants to waste time and money? So make sure that you are using video to set visual expectations with your brand. Building trust with your customers is also all about your product descriptions. Make sure they are clear and concise. Now, Shopify has a feature called Shopify Magic where you can type in a few prompts and it will write a nice product description. That's great for getting started, but I feel like it's important for you to really know your product and add a little bit more information. Now, if you are using like a standard virgin hair bundle that only can color up to a number 27 honey blonde, maybe use up to about 450 degrees of heat, weighs about 100 grams, you know, all these types of characteristics, I would put it inside your product description. Think about how to care for the hair. Add that to the product description, what you can expect as far as shipping goes. Now, you do need your own shipping page with all your shipping rules and regulations, but adding a little information on the product page about what to expect. If I'm going to order today, is it going to ship tomorrow? Is it going to ship next week? What's going on? People are setting appointments for the hair extensions, getting them installed, getting them colored, getting them look good. You don't want to set an expectation, the wrong expectation by saying, oh, it's going to ship within one business day and it doesn't ship for a week. They missed their appointment. You know, people these days are taking deposits. They lost their deposit. They're never ordering from you again. And not only that, they're leaving you a bad review. And speaking of reviews, this is going to be a key component of building trust with online customers. Reviews are the staple of trust, brand authority, getting user-generated content, meaning photos from the customers, videos from the customers. Make sure you have an amazing review app. Some people I've seen websites, they don't have a review app. How am I going to leave a review? Don't make that mistake. There are plenty of review apps that have follow-up emails. It sends one email, they don't leave a review. Guess what? 3 days later, it sends another and maybe one more. You have to build trust with your customer by showcasing these reviews. Incentivize the customer a little bit. Grease the wheels some. You can do it! Getting these reviews are going to be key for your business. One of the things I like to do, I'll offer, if I'm launching a new product, I'll offer a huge discount on that product and say, hey guys, I'm looking for 5 people to purchase this product, 50% off, to leave a review. It's a great way to get started with getting reviews for your products. You might be losing money on your product. It doesn't matter, because you're not going to be making any money until you build the trust for the products on your website. And how do you build trust? You build it with reviews. Highlighting customer testimonials is another great way to build trust with your customers. Now, not every testimonial is going to be a product review. There's other places to leave reviews. You might have a Google My Business page. Facebook allows you to leave reviews. Some review apps let you leave a review on a shop page, so it's not necessarily on the product. You're leaving a review for the store. Maybe they send you a DM. They're tagging you in a photo. Use all of this. Screenshot it. Say, hey, I absolutely loved that comment and that message you just sent me. Do you mind if I screenshot it and just share it with my customers? Most people say, yeah, go for it. You can even say, look, I'll even hide your name or your Instagram account just so people don't blow you up or it's kind of weird. Some people might not even care. So think about how you can utilize those reviews and putting it in other channels. So if someone leaves you a Facebook review, make sure you're screenshotting that, adding that to your story on your Instagram page, linking back to your product. It's just that simple. Providing excellent customer service is a staple of building online credibility with your customers. Make it easy for them to find you and reach you. If you are selling on a website, your contact page, you can fill out a form, your professional email address, a phone number. If people are DMing you, if you don't want to handle customer service through your DM, have an autoresponder. Hey, thanks for sending a DM. We actually manage all support inquiries via this page. Send them your contact page. Don't just let the DM sit there. If you allow ways for customers to contact you, you have to respond and respond quick. Sometimes it's good to set an expectation. Maybe you're using a CRM system, that's a customer relationship management system, and you have an autoresponder. So, hey, I just went on the website, I left a contact form email and said, hey, I'm having a problem with my order. Have it so an autoresponder sends an email immediately. Hey, we received your support ticket. We're going to be in touch with you shortly. That just gives a little bit reassurance. It makes people feel comfortable that they understand that, hey, you received this, you might be busy. I know I have this problem, but this person also might be a little busy and they're going to be in touch with me soon. It's going to help alleviate a lot of the pressure with customer support.
Nice.
Make sure you have clear policies for returns and refunds. It's generally one of the links on the bottom of the page, maybe in the footer, maybe at the bottom somewhere, but make sure it's crystal clear, especially for returns. I'm talking be real specific, even if you have to take photos. For example, we do not take returns if you have a bundle and you unravel the bundle. Take a picture of a perfectly raveled bundle just like out of the package and be like, green light. Take a picture of a bundle, you take off the little bands and you open it up. Make it crystal clear for people. We do not take returns when you color the hair. Perfect bundle, green light. I took this hair and I bought the cheapest hair and I try to color it platinum blonde. Don't let it happen. Be so visual with people because I don't want you to expect people to read. You could make a video about it, but I think just doing the photos would be good enough. The key is to be crystal clear and stand by your policies. Now, once someone orders, what do they want? They want their tracking number. Make sure that you have an email or notification going out. There are programs like AfterShip that will actually send the customer a text message all the way. Hey, your order just got packaged and it's being sent to the postal service. Hey, the postal service now put it here. Hey, it's out for delivery. Hey, it was just delivered. I mean, all the way. I realized having these flows of communication will help reduce the amount of times customers are reaching out to you. They feel comfortable. Think about when you order something from Amazon. I know exactly when that thing's showing up. It says it is steps away from being delivered. That allows me to be ready for these deliveries. Maybe I'm calling home. Hey, I think the Amazon package just delivered. I don't want it stolen. Can you please go check for my order at the door? These little things can help solves so many little problems.
Yeah, boy.
Leveraging user-generated content to show real results. Encourage your customers to tag you in everything. Hopefully it's all good stuff. You will get tagged in some occasional bad stuff. But if they are posting on social media, you know they're getting their hair done. Take some photos. Maybe have the stylist tag you. Do whatever you can. Get them to tag you so you can reshare this stuff on your social media. Maybe reach out and say, hey, this photo was so good. Do you mind if I use it for the product page of my website? I just want to feature you because you just look beautiful. I mean, who's going to say no to that? That's a great way for you to get content for your website. Maybe you create a weekly or monthly blog post featuring some of the top hairstyles that were featured by your customers. Think about how using the user-generated content can help build social proof, help the customer feel that they're engaged with your brand. This is big money stuff, and it doesn't really cost you anything. It can cost you a little bit of your time, but heck, you could hire a virtual assistant to handle most of the flow, most of the emailing back and forth, getting the photos, and setting up a blog post. Pennies on a dollar, guys. Make sure you're doing this to build trust online. Now, if you're struggling getting some of this user-generated content, consider doing a contest or a giveaway. There's also a lot of software that can help with this because it can get a little difficult to manage. I get it. But having a contest about, hey, we're going to feature the most liked photo or most liked video to help grease the wheels a little bit, get it going, getting people used to tagging you. Because who doesn't want to be featured? I know when I purchase from brands that I love and they tag me or they share some of my stuff, I feel so special inside. I was like, oh, that's so cool. The brand featured me. It's the same for your customers. Make sure as people are tagging you, make sure you're sharing this stuff. But a contest or a giveaway could be an easy way to really start getting that momentum going. It's crucial you are offering transparent and fair pricing. If you have certain products at different levels of quality, make sure in the descriptions on the product collection pages and the product pages, it's all very clear. You might even want to write some additional blog posts about it. Set the expectation. If someone's going to spend $200 on a bundle that looks very similar to something else you offer for $100, explain why. Make them feel comfortable knowing that if they're going to spend the $200, it's going to be X better product. Talk about some of the characteristics. Maybe have some different customer photos and experiences there. But don't just throw a bunch of similar looking stuff online and think, hey, customers can figure it out. Do not do that. They're not going to trust you if you do that. And be fair with your pricing. Don't try to go crazy making a couple $100s on a bundle. Think about order volume here, guys. You want as many customers as possible at a fair price so they're going to continue to buy from you long term. Because you can get them once, but it's very rare you're going to get them a second time. Think about your customer return order rate. It's a very important number, and that's going to show how much they trust you and how much they love your brand.
Perfect.
Now you can get a lot of customers to trust you with discounts and loyalty. I know at Private Label, we actually have a reward system. As you're buying with us, you get more points and you use those points to get discounts on products. It's kind of like if you fly Delta and you get Sky Miles. You know, you can build up your relationship with Delta, keep getting closer with them, and occasionally you get a free flight. It's the same thing. You can build these types of rewards programs and most people love them. It's pretty exciting. Now you can do first order discounts, you can do second order discounts, you can say, hey, your first order was with us for a year, here's a discount. These are things you can pretty easily set up using an email marketing system, and I highly encourage you to use them as well. I always say a website is there to sell, but it shouldn't only sell. You have to educate and inform. By creating blog posts and YouTube videos explaining your products, how to care for them, the differences, the characteristics, maybe stylists using them, feedback, these are key components to selling and building trust online. If your website is only strictly products, people might not trust you as much as far as being able to read a bunch of blog posts. Hey, I'm going to buy this hair. Yeah, you can have a little snippet on your product page, but maybe you have a 1,000-word article going into detail Hey, use sulfate-free shampoo. Make sure that you are not using too much heat. Make sure if you're bleaching knots, stop rushing it with a 40 volume and use a 20 volume and take your time because you don't want the closure or frontal to shed. There's a lot of little things not everybody knows. Get the right information, present it cleanly on a blog or in videos, quick tips. There's endless amounts of information you can put on your website about your products. I know on Private Label itself, we probably have 1,000 blog posts covering every single category of hair care, bundles, closures, wigs. What's the difference between a closure and a frontal? Just because you're an expert doesn't mean your customer is. So start with the basics and start working your way around and building topical authority around each product. Another way to build credibility with your customers is to go live. Set up your phone and make sure you have some good lighting, a good little microphone, and go live and do questions and answers. If you're a hairstylist that sells hair, maybe if the customer says, hey, yeah, I don't mind being on video, go live. And as the live's happening, you can start answering questions, replying to comments, and giving out information about the hair. Maybe it's a new wig. Hey guys, I have this new 13x6 HD lace front wig, and today I have Jasmine here. We're going to install it, and I'm going to answer your questions live, and blah, blah, blah. That builds a lot of trust. You can save those videos, you can chop them up into little clips, you can make reels out of them, and people are going to see you're a real person. They're going to love it. They're going to trust you.
That was easy.
Make sure you have honesty and transparency in your marketing. Make sure you are promising things and over-delivering on them. Don't over-promise that you're going to be able to buy this super cheap bundle and get unrealistic results, right? So make sure that you're real crystal clear and understand what your products can do and be consistent with it in your marketing message so people can purchase your products and feel comfortable about it. Don't always run a sale every single day on your products. People are just not going to see the value in it. Just be careful with your marketing messages that it just doesn't go too crazy one way or another. It's just consistent, solid branding. Look, building a brand online is not easy. The first thing you're going to have to do is get traffic to your website. The second part is converting your customer. We call that conversions. To increase your conversions, you're going to have trust from your customers or potential shoppers. Doing so is going to take time. You will make mistakes, and that's okay. We all make mistakes in business. But I think if you use some of the key points in this video and implement them in your business, you'll be much more successful selling online. Your conversion rate will go up, your profits will go up, everything's going to be great. So I appreciate you building your business with me at the Hair Business Blueprint. Make sure that you like and subscribe and leave a comment below if you have any additional tips and tricks for the other viewers of the video. If you have any questions for me, I would love to reply in the comments section. And of course, what are you doing? Not subscribing to the Hair Business Blueprint. You want to grow your business, right? I've got the blueprint. I'm giving it to you for free. Also, check the description for tons of resources about starting, marketing, and managing your hair business.